The question we're going to deal with in this video is an interesting question to me because it has to do with attitude. And that is, are you obdurate in your opinions, or are you open to, say, the appeal of logic, of reason, and of evidence? I think that's a question that we can easily ask ourselves about many things in our lives. And clarinet playing is no exception. Having said that, then I want to sort of jump ahead and talk about our experience at the Oklahoma Symposium. One of the really neat things about the symposium, one of the things that I like so much, is that the symposium has always offered young players a chance to perform. And they have a soloist contest, outstanding young soloist contest, and or competition, and they have clarinetists apply from all over the United States. They listen to 35 tapes, and they reduce that down to 5 players, and they bring those players in to play and compete against one another, and then they pick a winner. And this year, the winner of that competition was actually a junior from Texas. They had players from Juilliard and all the other schools competing, but this was a junior from a high school here in the Dallas area, an outstandingly talented young lady. And one of the things we're kind of proud of here at Ridenour Clarinet Products is she was playing, she won the contest playing our Lyric 576 B-flat clarinet, which is a hard rubber clarinet, not a wood clarinet. And she was playing, I think, one of my handmade mouthpieces. But I know she was playing a lyric clarinet. I'm pretty sure she was playing one of my mouthpieces too. So we're kind of proud of that, and we're very proud of the young lady. So anyway, the point is here that, you know, many times I've faced uphill battles in trying to do what I see and understand as the best for the clarinet community. Some of you may or may not know my background, but I did the acoustical designs for the LeBlanc professional clarinets back in the 1990s. The Opus, the Concerto, the Esprit, the Eternité, all those clarinets, and let's see, the VSP as well. So anyway, I experienced quite a bit of resistance in introducing those clarinets, but we actually gained market share on everyone the last 2 years I was there, and I was always kind of proud of that. I actually left LeBlanc of my own free will because I really never felt at home living in the North, though I lived there for a good 20 years or more, actually more than that. Having gone to school in New England and so on, I really wanted to move back home to the South where I was born, and I feel much more at home here. And I got the opportunity to work with hard rubber clarinets, and this was about 2001. And once I saw the virtues that hard rubber clarinets have to offer, I actually lost all interest in wood clarinets because I saw that with superior acoustical design that you really have a superior instrument in almost every way. Some of the wood clarinets that I did, I actually decided I would put the same acoustic in hard rubber. And every time I did that, when I compared the wood clarinet and the hard rubber clarinet, both having, virtually the same acoustic, the hard rubber clarinet turned out better every time. The tone was warmer. It had more fundamental to it. The notes above the staff were rounder. The notes were above the staff were also fuller, and they were more stable in dynamic change. So when you played louder, the sound didn't get brighter, and when you played softer, the sound stayed together better with much less work. And I also found that hard rubber clarinets will yield an outstanding scale, and they're incredibly uniform one to another. So it's not surprising to me that this young lady won this national competition playing one of our clarinets. What's really surprising to me is that despite the fact that the clarinets I've designed have been used to win some of the top jobs in the United States for the last 15 to 20 years, why so few people really look seriously into the clarinets, despite, I'd say, a mounting degree of evidence. And the only thing I can think of that really gives a real reason for it is simple prejudice, that people are driven by propaganda and by prejudice. And I've tried to counter much of that by providing free information for you. Free information, not so that you would buy our products, because anyone who's seen our videos here really know one thing, is that the vast amount are absolutely commercial free. So because we're trying to share knowledge, not to use our product, not to buy our product, but so that you will have the knowledge and the tools to be able to judge for yourself and not be taken advantage of through propaganda or just herd mentality. So the question I ask you, and I ask, I guess, anyone who considers this video, as far as your attitude and opinion, are you obdurate, or are you open to the appeal of reason and evidence? That is an interesting question, and I think it's a question that each one of us has to answer. Exactly what is our attitude, and is the attitude an attitude that keeps us from growing, that keeps us from improving, that keeps us sort of stuck in our own rut of thinking that we might pass on to our students? I think as a teacher, and which I taught for 20 years, as a teacher, we have a duty to do our best for our students. And an obdurate attitude is not really fitting, and it's certainly not serving students at all. So I would encourage you to really seriously look into all kinds of different things. Have an openness, an open mind, but not an open mind that is like kind of a garbage can that just takes everything. No, you have to have an open mind, but you have to also have the tools, objective tools, in order to judge all the evidence that you do consider. So that's what we're trying to do on this website or on this YouTube site, is to provide knowledge for you so that you can know and understand and you can objectively evaluate things. And that's been our purpose all along. And if with those tools you decide to consider our clarinets, we would be very, very grateful for you having done so.